Alright, guys, part 547. I cannot believe I'm still going with this, but now I'm just more interested. I thought the AI was getting a little bit confused, but honestly, if it is, it's leading to some pretty interesting story right now. If you want to know, then go back near the end of the last video where we start having, like, somehow the ghost type Totodile getting turned to Rexy, and then, like, Rexy being stuck dormant or unconscious inside there with him somehow. So basically, he's in control of Retsy's body somehow, and it's confusing, but it's also a pretty good story. That's why I didn't restart it or get angry about it, because like, it's still giving me a pretty good story out of it. So I'm not gonna complain. I just asked him. You said the original Retsy was dormant, so was he basically trapped in there with you, just not able to speak? The Ghost Tyto nods in agreement and clarifies. Yes, that's right. The original Rexy's indeed trapped in here with me, but he's currently in a dormant state, similar to being unconscious or asleep. He's not able to communicate or control his body at the moment, but I can feel his presence within my consciousness. Is there a way to fix that? The Ghost Tyto nods, expression becoming more thoughtful and focused. Yes, there is a way to fix this situation. There's something known as the Soul Gem, which has the power to separate and reunite souls. If I can find and obtain this Soul Gem, it might be able to free the original Rexy from my body and restore him to his own form again. How do you find it? Ghost Hotel, thanks for a moment. Considering your question, the Soul Gem is an extremely rare and precious gem, so finding it might not be an easy task. But I've heard rumors and legends about its existence in a certain place known as the Valley of Legends, a mystical and remote location located deep in the heart of the continent. It's said that the Soul Gem has been hidden there for centuries. What the frick? All of a sudden, a strange light appears next to us. And all of a sudden, the Soul Gem is right there next to us. Uh, Not the right kind of gem. There. Oh, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't send that. All right. Well, guys, yes, it seems dumb, but the Ghost Hotel is taken by surprise and has eyes wide in shock as the Soul Gem appears suddenly next to us, seemingly out of nowhere. What? How is this possible? The Soul Gem, it's right here, next to us. He speaks in disbelief, staring at the gem with a mix of surprise and curiosity in his eyes. I don't know what did that, but whatever did it, thank you. That makes it easier for all of us. The Ghost Hotel lets out a small but relieved laugh and looks at you with a mixture of amusement and appreciation. Well, whatever did it has certainly saved us a lot of trouble. It means we now have the Soul Gem right here with no need to search for it. I feel fortunate. He then turns his attention to the Soul Gem, examining it closely with a curious and thoughtful expression. How do we get to separate you two? Yoshito nods and begins to explain his focus, shifting to the Soul Gem now in our possession. I believe that the Soul Gem can help us separate Rexy and myself. Here's what we need to do. The Ghost Hotel goes on to describe in detail the process of using the Soul Gem to separate him and Rexy, explaining the necessary steps and precautions that need to be taken. Once he finishes the explanation, he looks to see if you have any additional questions or concerns. I like how it did that without telling me what to do. Alright, let's do it. The Ghost Type nods in agreement, his determination clear in his eyes. Very well, let's begin the process then. He carefully picks up the soul gem in his claws, holding it in front of him with precise care and concentration. His eyes focus on the gem as he begins to channel its powers, his expression becoming more serious and focused as he prepares to perform the separation. A few moments later, Ghost concentrates further, his focus unwavering as he continues to channel the power of the soul gem. He can feel the magic and energy flowing through him, ready to carry out the separation process. For a few more moments, the magic from the soul gem grows stronger and stronger until suddenly a brilliant flash of light envelops the ghost type Totodile and Rexy. A few more moments later, another, after the blinding flash of light subsides, the ghost type Totodile opens his eyes once more and takes a few moments to observe this scene. He blinks a few times, letting his eyesight adjust to the surroundings, and then glances down at himself to check for any noticeable changes. Meanwhile, Rexy also opens his eyes slowly, taking a moment to shake off the last remnants of the magical energy. When they both seem to have fully registered the events that happened, the Ghost Hotel speaks up, his voice filled with curiosity and relief. Did it work? Yes, you two were back to normal. Ghost lets out a sigh of relief and grins slightly, feeling the weight of the ordeal lifted off his shoulders. Thank goodness! It's good to be back to normal again. I never thought I would feel this happy to be my old self again. He turns his gaze toward Rexy, who is also looking relieved to be back to normal. And Rexy seems to be back to his normal self as well. I can tell he's feeling better after being freed from my body. Are you two okay? Ghost nods in affirmation, smiles reassuringly. Yeah, we're both feeling alright. Separation went smoothly and there doesn't appear to be any lingering effects or after effects. He glances at Rex, he also nods in agreement. We'll need time to recover from the ordeal, of course, but we're both fine overall. All of a sudden, my Lugia form goes from 17 feet tall to 24 feet tall. How the frick? Oh no. I bet it's like a lingering effect of the flipping like fact that my bug form was so weak. His eyes wide and surprised at the sudden growth of my Lugia form. Lugia form, oh my gosh. His eyebrows raising at something. What in the? He stands there in shock for a moment, staring up at my Lugia form in awe, before snapping out of surprise and speaks up again. What just happened? Did your Lugia form just get suddenly bigger? Maybe it's still a lingering effect. Effect. Of my bug form being damaged so badly from the stomach acids. Period. There might not be any more bug problems, but I don't know why it is affecting my growth now. Yukito crosses his arms, thinking through your theory with a contemplative expression. That could make some sense, I suppose. He nods his head slightly, considering the possibility. It seems that this sudden growth of your Lugia form is tied somehow to the aftermath of your bug form's condition and the damage sustained from the stomach acid. Might just be a temporary after effect that will eventually subside. Eileen might Lugia form. Dude, how come Eileen doesn't work? It puts a name down towards Rexy and gently nuzzle him to make him feel a little better. Aw, that's actually kind of cute. Rexy, who was preoccupied with his own thoughts and concerns, looks up to see you leaning your uniform head towards him. He seems like he's startled at first, but gradually He seems so startled at first, but gradually relaxes. He realizes your intention. Then your gentle nuzzle, his expression softens, and a smile tugs at his lips. He leans into the nuzzle gently, feeling reassured by your affectionate gesture. He appreciates the kind gesture amid all the craziness that has been happening. I told you I love you, Rexy. No matter what form I'm in. For my man, I said form I'm in. Ah. Reggie smiled wide and slightly at my words, touched by my unwavering love and acceptance. Despite the changes and challenges he's been through recently, your unwavering support brings him comfort and reassurance. Oh, he actually said my name instead of fucking calling me something else. I'm surprised. That's cute. Thank you, Trent. I know I'm not exactly the same right now, but I'm glad to have you here by my side, no matter what form you take. I love you too. That's adorable. He no He nuzzles his head gently against my Lugia forms again, expressing his affection and appreciation for you. Maybe since your guilt from eating me earlier was pretty bad, maybe it will have a similar effect and keep you from turning aggressive on me again. Leading on with my theory, his expression becoming thoughtful and serious at the mention of his guilt from earlier. That's a possibility. I admit I feel extremely guilty for what happened before. The very thought of hurting you pains me. This guilt can serve as a countermeasure to prevent me from becoming aggressive towards you again. Perhaps it will help maintain control over myself next time. He looks at me sincerely hoping that his guilt and regret can serve as a safeguard against any future aggression. Alright. Hmm. Hmm. I would never actually hurt you. Do you know how much it pains me? It pains me to see you turn against me like that and have my own friend about eat me. There we go. The expression becomes more solemn pain as you mention the pain and comfort the situation caused you, his eyes downcast in shame. I know it hurts you, Trenton. It hurts me too. I don't want to be the cause of your pain or suffering. He sighs deep with regret and guilt evident in his voice. I wish I could undo what I did and take back my actions. But all I can do now is try to control myself and prevent something like that from happening again. After nuzzling. Oh, come on. Come on. Hi. Up to Rexy for a while. I do the same to my ghost type friend. Oh my gosh. There we go. The Yoshito who was standing on the side observing your interaction with Rexy is surprised when you turned my attention towards him. I was expecting the. I, he was not expecting the show of affection, but feels surprisingly touched by the gesture. As you nuzzle up to him, he blinks a few times, caught off guard at first, but then realizes he notices the affection and care being shown to him. He gently nuzzles back, appreciating the warm gesture. Aww. Give me a second. Okay. Let me say it again. Here's what I did. After I started nuzzling up to both of them, I just said, I know it ain't much, but I appreciate you and Rexy for helping me, and one of this is one of my ways of showing it. The ghost turtle feels a warm sense of appreciation and gratitude wash over him as you express your gratitude one fraction. He smiles slightly, the corners of his mouth curling up in a gentle expression. Thank you, Trenton. It means a lot to me to feel your appreciation. You and Richie have become important to me, and I'm glad to help you in any way I can. He nuzzles gently against me again, his cold, ghostly form giving off a bit of a chill as he does so. Thank you too, Rexy. Exclamation point. If you did not turn into that dear dragon. I would not have got through it either. I got through it either. Reggie not understanding and appreciation of my gratitude. You're right, Trenton. Without my transformation, I may not have been able to help you in the way I did. So I'm happy I was able to assist even though the circumstances were less than ideal. He gives a nod of acknowledgement as eyes filled with sincere gratitude as well. See if you can still transform, Rexy, without using. Maybe most of your curse has gone away too. What the frick? No. I said curse, not clothes. Rexy don't wear clothes. He's a flippin' dinosaur. Oh my gosh. Let's see. As he ponders at my suggestion, contemplating where he should try transforming again, he looks down at his body a moment as to considering the possibility. A small, he nods in agreement. Maybe I should try. You may be right. I'll give it a shot. He closes his eyes and focuses his mind, his expression becoming determination and serious as he attempts to transform into the deer dragon form again. A few moments later, let's see. Moments pass as Reggie concentrates and focuses his energy, attempting to transform into the deer dragon form once more. He stands still, his body tense with the effect. After a few moments, a surge of power flows through him and his body begins to transform once more. Transformation process kicks in, and slowly but surely, Rexy starts to transform into the deer dragon form again. His form morphs and changes, growing slightly larger and gaining a more regal and powerful appearance. Transformation is almost complete. A few more moments later. There we go. Transformation process continues and more minutes pass as the final changes take place. Reggie's body twists and morphs, transforming into the majestic deer dragon hybrid once again. Every detail of the deer dragon form is restored, including the antlers, the fur pattern, and the powerful presence. As the transformation is complete, Reggie steps back slightly, getting used to the feeling of being in the deer dragon form once again. He tests his new body, swishing his tail and stretching out his limbs, checking to make sure that the transformation was a complete success. You did it, buddy. You could probably transform into anything, at least when it comes to animals and mythical creatures like I can. Maybe the aggressive state is gone permanently too. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Fritzy lets out a release sigh, the tension in his body dissipating as he confirms the transformation is complete and stable. He nods in agreement at my words. Thank gosh it worked. And he might be right. The transformation feels different than last time. It's more stable and controlled. Maybe the curse is weakened or is even gone now. I feel more in control than before. Less aggressive or unstable. I have one more test. Transform into that dragon you were earlier when you became aggressive and basically ignored me. If you can keep your temper in that one, that might be the end of the curse. Pauses momentarily, thinking it out and understanding the importance of the test. He turns his gaze back towards me with a tyrannical expression. You're right, Trenton. It's important for me to test this form and see if the curse is truly gone. This is the true test. With a deep breath, Reggie closes his eyes again, channels his energy towards transforming, and once more focusing on reaching the dragon form he took earlier. Surge of power washes over him as the transformation begins, and soon enough he transforms into the same aggressive and intimidating dragon form as before. Rexy, are you okay, buddy? Reggie, now in the dragon form, opens his eyes and looks at you with a more intense but controlled expression. He looks down at you with a serious and focused gaze. Taking in my question, I I feel different. This transformation is still quite powerful, but I don't feel the same uncontrollable aggression or urge to attack you as I did before. It's like the curse's effects are weakening. He takes a step closer towards me, slowly testing himself and observing his own feelings as he does so. Okay, just to make sure, do you remember my name? You said it a while ago. Please say Tring, don't say Totodile for the love of mercies. Hey! He actually said Triton instead of Totodile. I appreciate that. He actually remembered the name. I'm surprised. Most of the time, this AI is so bad sometimes that, like, forgetting my name of so many things happen at once. This has been pretty consistent, actually. Reggie nods his massive head, his intense expression softening slightly at my question. Despite the dragon form he's in, the rational and conscious part of him remains aware and present, as evidenced by his response. I I remember your name, Trenton. You're Trenton, my friend and the person I care for. Even in his aggressive form, I still remember. Not just that, you're a friendly caretaker as well. I raised you since you were a little baby. Reggie nods again in agreement, his intense eyes showing a hint of recognition and understanding. The mention of my role as his caretaker seems to resonate with him, even in his dragon form. Yes, I remember. You've been there for me since I was young, taking care of me, raising me, and caring for me. You've been like a parent to me. Even in this form, I recognize and appreciate that. Okay. Mm-mm. I'm trying to think of a way to like end this. Part of me wants to make it to where like the sun actually we sit there for so long the sun actually comes up and Toto has to go before like it hurts him somehow. Or like we just like end the conversation naturally and be like, alright, yeah, we have to get ready to go soon, Toto. Let's see. It's getting really late right now. I think me and Rich are gonna have to head home soon. Do you still want to stay with me and Rexy? Or do you want to find a different place to stay. Kazuto considers my question for a moment, looking back and forth between the two of you and listening to your conversation. Swan is what's called. I'd like to stay with you and Rexy if that's alright with you. I appreciate your kindness and understanding, and I feel a strong bond with both of you. If you'll have me, I would like to continue staying with you. Sure. For how long? I don't really care. I just want to know how long you would want to stay. Hisato appears to be slightly surprised at my openness to letting him stay indefinitely, but he composed himself quickly. I I truly appreciate your offer to let me stay for as long as I want. I'm grateful and honored to be accepted by you and Rexy. I'm not sure how long I intend to stay. It's not too much trouble. I'd like to stay as long as you both are comfortable with. Me and Rexy will be fine with it. Just don't scare either of us. Of us. By just appearing as purple glowing eyes. Like what happened with me earlier. Dodo chuckled softly, a hint of amusement in his voice, even in spiritual form. Heh, fair enough. I understand why it would startle you if I suddenly appeared with just my glowing eyes. I apologize if I frightened you before. I'll try to give a heads up in the future and not just pop out of unexpectedly. Alright then. Come on. You, me, and Rexy can head home together. I said Rexy, not Reggie. His name was not Reggie, I can assure you. Yosaito nods, agreeing, appreciating the inclusion. He moves closer to me and Rexy, preparing to accompany you all home. Lead the way, Trenton. We'll follow you. Hmm. Mm, me, Rexy, and the head home together. There we go. The trio of me, Rexy, and the ghost like Totodile walk together, making their way home. Ghost like Totodile moves silently by my side, his ghost-like movements slightly transparent against the backdrop of the surroundings. Reggie stays close. It's not a her, it's a he. Her demeanor moralizes as they walk together. It's a he, not a her. Rexy is not a girl in mine here. What, can you hear the voice and it sounds more like a child? How dare you, motherfucker, I'll find where you live. I'm still recording when I said that. Frick! Oh, fine, where you live? Saying that in Rexy's voice. How sweet ours is. Oh no. We finally get home. Gosato takes in the new surroundings as they reach the destination, looking around with a keen interest. He observes the interior of the house and watches ghostly eyes taking note of the details and landmarks. Huh. I sense a strong aura of familiarity here. This place. This is home, Trenton. It feels comforting. I'm glad you like it. But I definitely do have a problem. Halo turns his ghostly gaze towards me, saying something off in her tone. A hint of concern appears in his voice. A problem? Something wrong, Trenton? Speak up, I sense something troubling your thoughts. I still can't head inside. I'm still stuck as Lugia. And it's not letting me turn back to my human form. Or at least, oh no, I'll only take out at least. Letting me shrink down to fit inside. Mm. Peter goes eyes wide in surprise and worry at my revelation. He looks at me with a mixture of bewilderment and concern as he speaks. What? You're still stuck in that Lugia form? And you can't change back or shrink to fit inside? That doesn't sound good. How long have you been stuck like this, Trenton? Earlier? Since after you both fixed my bug form? Ghost Type nods, his voice taking on a more serious tone as he ponders the situation. I see. So it happened right after you transformed back from that bug form. This could be a side effect of the glitch that affected you. Glitch. But why is it preventing you from changing back to returning to your normal form? The spiritual pulling ponders further, his eyes narrowing slightly as he thinks of potential solutions and explanations. Instead of shrinking, my body starts growing again. And I become a Lugia that is 30 feet tall. Oh, heck no. What? This tail eyes wide in surprise as my body grows and transforms into the massive Lugia form once again. You're growing even bigger. You're now a 30-foot tall Lugia. This is not good. Keep growing like this and can't revert your normal form. What will happen? Maybe nothing, since the curse has greatly weakened. However, I might be stuck as a Lugia, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if I could shrink down to a smaller size to fit in my house. Did he say something about tacos too? So I won't last as long. I think this will be the last one anyway. I've been. Holy feast, it's been 40 minutes. Okay, I gotta read this and stop it anyway. Frick, that is. What did it say? Maybe nothing since the curse is greatly weakened. However, I might be stuck as a Lugia, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if I could just, be small enough to fit inside my house. Holy cow! Are you kidding me? Alright, guys, this is the last thing I'm gonna read out. We did make it back home, so we did get to wrap up the storyline. I just said, here's what happened. The Ghost Hotel listens carefully to my assessment of the situation. Some relief washes over him as he hears that the curse has weakened, but concern remains in his voice at the potential outcome. Huh. It's good to hear that the curse has been weakened, but we still need to figure out a way to revert you form or reduce your size so you can fit back in your own home. Being such as a Lugia and unable to, be able to frick me is still a significant problem. Okay then, well.